All right, he's heading to the dump to get that thing taken care of. We're gonna go ahead and head down there, get this machine unloaded, and try to get started. Well, that's not a good sign. Luckily, I was coming to the gas station anyway, but now we got a low tire pressure alert. So let's get that freaking figured out real quick. All right, found the culprit. 52 is definitely not 75. So top this thing back off, get back on the road, and we'll have the tire guy check it out sometime soon. I'm sure there's a nail in it somewhere. Here we are. That's where we'll be working. And we made it. Let's go over here and give you guys a look at what we'll be doing today. A couple months back, I came down here. I've been to this house a few times. A couple months back, I came back and there was like a 4 foot tall, 14, 15 foot wide little decorative wall that was right there, a little block wall. Actually, that same exact wall over there. This was originally going to be a neighborhood. They were going to put the name of the neighborhood on that sign and this sign. That never happened, so customer wanted to get rid of that. So now we're going to take that hump out of the yard, fill in this hole, get rid of that pile of wood chips over there, kind of grade everything nice and gradual from the house out to the street. And they've got one drain here, one drain over there, so get it all slicked up. There's a couple little stumps under there we got to get rid of, so let's go. One last look before we get started. Gonna scrape all this grass off, dig out the stump in this little hump right here, take the dirt from this hump, fill in that hole, smooth out some other stuff, get rid of all those wood chips. So we're just doing this front corner. Our line will kind of go from the corner of the property, or corner of the house, I mean, kind of straight out towards just this side of those wood chips. So from here over to the edge of the driveway there. Oh, here we go. You can walk. Trying to make you some YouTube. People been asking me for years to film some work, so I figured I'd start. I started one yesterday. I tore apart a camper yesterday. right along. Just working my way from the driveway back towards the street. Dowdy ought to be here soon with the dump trailer. We can start loading up all this grass. There goes the first load of grass. We're probably about a third of the way done stripping this. He was going along with the shovel, getting it out next to the driveway because I didn't want to damage it. Well, long story short, I'm at the landfill now because I sent him over here to dump it. I forgot to give him a proof of origin form. And I also need to fill out a third-party authorization, a decal form. So now that we got all that submitted, they say it can take up to 2 days, which is, ain't nobody got time for that. So I just had to ride with him, come over here and get this thing dumped. Well, we got all the paperwork handled that the landfill needed. Now that truck has a decal on it and the third-party authorization for him to go dump it for me. And now we're back on site. So one more load, if not two. These little roots, this pile, strip the rest of that over there. And then we'll start working on getting all this stuff graded. And I called and changed the sod delivery from this afternoon to first thing in the morning to give us a little more time to make sure everything's perfect before it gets delivered. Second load is done. He's gonna pull this thing out in the street, tarp it, and take off. I'm gonna keep on working on scraping off the rest of this. Moving right along. Good halfway through it now. All right, got the yard completely stripped. Once Dowdy gets back, we'll load out this last load right here. And I'll start working on these roots. There are roots everywhere in this yard, but that's fine. We got all the grass taken care of now, so I'll start trying to move around some dirt and dig up the rest of these roots. Hopefully the weather will hold off for the rest of the day. This is our line here. That's where we're working from there over, so that's the last of it piled up. Well, the last of it as far as grass goes. There'll be some more roots. There goes the third load. Looks like we're gonna end up with one more. Got that pile and then whatever stumps and roots I dig out of the rest of this. So it's getting there. Finally got this thing out of the ground. I'm gonna shake it off a few more times, knock as much dirt off of it as we can. Got the other piece out. There was two of them next to each other. That one was significantly smaller there. So getting there. I think this was really the biggest one. There's some other little roots running through here and there, but I think that was the biggest stump we had to deal with, so that's good. All right, well, I guess I was wrong about that being the last stump. Took forever to get this freaking monster out of the ground, but it's finally out now, so we'll add it to our pile and scratch around some more, see if we finally got them all. Well, there goes the fourth load. That one's 3/4 full of just stumps and roots and the last little bit of grass. So now I'm just going to try to start smoothing things over and see if we dig up any more stumps or roots. Try to start shaping this up a little bit, filling in the holes from where the stumps were. There's a real big one there. Actually, there was a couple of them there, palm stumps, and then right about here was a big oak stump. Well, it's starting to look like something now. Nowhere near done yet, but now that I'm starting to drag some dirt around and pack some stuff in, I can see what's high and what's low. On this side, we're just gonna kind of keep that same slope over here, and then as we go to the left, it'll kind of just turn into one smooth, gradual flow out to the street. Over by the driveway, obviously, we're just gonna follow that angle. So we'll match this over here and then just fade it in all the way across. A couple more hours, we should be done, pack it all in, and then first thing in the morning, the sod will be here. All right, and we're done. Customer is already absolutely stoked to see the yard shaped up the way it is. Tomorrow morning there'll be 6 pallets of sod delivered. Everything came out pretty damn good. All right, let's get this show on the road. 5:30, let's head home. Be back again tomorrow to finish it up. Call it a weekend. Well, we made it home, but we're not off the hook yet. Roofer called earlier, said they needed a dumpster swap. Obviously we were busy all day, so gonna grab one from the house, take this one up there, pick up the full one, bring it back, and I'll deal with it next week. Well, back at it again for day 2. Head down there. Sod should be delivered between 7:30 and 8. Really no prep work left other than maybe cutting a couple little roots and then start throwing sod. All right, well, we're all here, and so is this absolute garbage sod. We got 6 pallets of Bahia, and it is the worst I've ever seen. I mean, it's just terrible. There's more scrap pieces than there are whole pieces. You guys see a whole piece in there anywhere? I don't. So we're just trying to dig through all 6, get all the whole pieces first, and then we'll just go back through and use all the small pieces to fill in everything. But we're moving right along anyway. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I literally thought this day would never come. It's time to clean up and get the hell out of here. What should have taken us like 3 hours max to lay, clean up, and get out of here ended up taking 8. That sod was all garbage. Woo! Check in hand, customer's happy. Let's throw this crap in the truck. Show you guys what it looks like. So it took forever and was an absolute nightmare to do because most pieces were just junk, but she's got the sprinkler on it now. Looks like crap in the camera, but grade came out good. They love the way it slopes down to the drain. So there it is, finished product. Sprinkler's going. This stuff will turn green in no time. Give you the street view. Took way longer than it should have, but it's all right. All right, on to the next one. Man, The guys earned their pay today. It was a nightmare and hot. The heat index was 110 for the whole day pretty much. Not a breeze at all. No clouds, no rain. Thank God we didn't have any rain, but man, it was miserable. So customer's extremely happy. The neighbor came over. She's got a big stump she wants us to come back and deal with, so I'm sure she'll be calling soon about that. A couple other people stopped by, so even though it was a nightmare, it came out good, and that's all you can ask for. Time to call it a weekend.